green economy in Indonesia? What is green economy? A green economy is an economy that aims at reducing environmental risk and ecological scarcity, and that aims for sustainable development without degrading the environment. It is closely related with ecological economics, but has a more politically applied focus. Next is the implementation of green economy in Indonesia. There's a program called Green Growth. This program refers to a concept where the economy of a country is run by considering environmental aspects and encouraging economic growth to realize the principle of sustainability as one of the main goals. The main reason for the emergence of this green growth program is based on the hope for sustainable development, which is built through a more integrated and comprehensive approach by combining social and environmental factors in the economic process. Green growth programs are designed to increase gross domestic product or GDP and sustainable and equitable standards of living while reducing pollution, building clean and resilient infrastructure, using resources more efficiently, and valuing natural assets that are often intangible. So, what is the difference between a green economy and other economic ideas? The difference between a green economy and other economic ideas is a direct assessment of natural capital and ecological services as economic value and cost, accounting where costs are realized to society and can be tracked back and calculated as liabilities and entities that do not harm or neglect assets. The Green Growth Program, implemented by the government through the Ministry of National Development Planning or Bappenas, involves various units of ministries or agencies to the local governments. One of them is the Ministry of Finance, which is responsible for financing and funding aspects through APBN fiscal instruments. Why doing this program? Indonesia has enjoyed strong and consistent economic growth of around 6% per year for the last 15 years, with the aspiration to become a high-income country by 2030. Indonesia needs rapid economic growth, but also inclusive and sustainable in order to provide a decent standard of living for all its people. These ambitious social and economic goals are stated in the 2015 2015 to 2019 National Medium-Term Development Plan, or RPGMN, with priorities on economic growth, food and energy security, poverty alleviation, and natural resources management. The Green Growth Program continues to make serious. Next is, what do we do? The Green Growth Program supports Indonesia in achieving its ambitious goals of realizing strong, sustainable, and inclusive economic growth in three priority sectors, namely sustainable energy, sustainable landscapes, and sustainable infrastructure in the context of special economic zones, with the following end result as the outcome: 1. All levels of government institutions that have the capacity to run and promote green growth. And the outcome 2 is to increase green investment flows in priority sectors, which are inclusive and can reduce emissions and ensure healthier and more productive ecosystems. Central Kalimantan and East Kalimantan were selected as pilot provinces for green growth planning and activities based on the recommendations and needs of the government of Indonesia. The result and/or designs from these two provinces are expected to give the government of Indonesia the ability to replicate and to improve it in other provinces. Green Growth Program Phase 1. The GGP Phase 1 started in 2013 and concluded in 2015. It set the stage for more investment and implementation-oriented approach in Green Growth Program Phase 2. Green Growth Program Phase 2. Phase 2 started in 2016 to 2020 of the Indonesia Green Growth Program (GGP) aims to unlock large-scale finance and deliver high impact with a focus on developing climate-smart and socially inclusive investment projects. The impact: Indonesia achieves green growth that is socially inclusive, environmentally sustainable, and resource efficient. The outcome of Phase 2. First, green growth plans and strategies related to energy, special economic zones, forest and land-based mitigation, and across sectors are adopted by relevant Indonesian government authorities. Second, a systematic enabling approach to encourage green investment is adopted by the relevant Indonesian government authorities. And third, increased green investment is directed to local sectors. Next is Green Growth Program Phase 3. The Green Growth Program entered Phase 3 on 1st January 2021, which will be for 5 years. The GGP3 will help to bridge the funding gap and increase investment flows for bankable green projects at scale, catalyzing knowledge and capacity building. The GGI has built strong collaboration with a number of Indonesian government partners, including Bappenas, the Ministry of Environment and Forestry, the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources, the Coordinating Ministry of Economic Affairs, the National Institute for Public Administration, and the Fiscal Policy Agency in the Ministry of Finance.
Next, the last part is what's the advantages for the country. The Forest Ecosystem Valuation Study reveals that implementing a green economy contributes more benefits to a country than a business run normally. This research shows that if Indonesia implements a green economy, the total employment in the forestry sector in 2030 will be sufficient for 247.945 people. Meanwhile, the normal implementation of business will only generate a total employment in the forestry sector for 193.774 people. Moreover, the green economy is also considered to be able to increase wood production in 2030, which is as much as 64.068 thousand cubic meters, while ordinary business can only produce wood production of 47.788 thousand cubic meters.